Dying Light 2 promises to be bigger, scarier, and more immersive than its predecessor, but have they managed to pull it off and create one of the biggest releases of 2022? I'm AJ, this is 128KB, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for all the latest gaming news and PS5 previews. Nearly 7 years ago, the developers at Techland released Dying Light, a game that would mash up the zombie action of the Dead Island series with the exhilarating first-person parkour of EA's Mirror's Edge. The result of that union was an exciting and often really scary RPG adventure that was very well received. So well received, in fact, that on top of the standard 40-hour campaign, an expansion called The Following was released a year later, adding a new story campaign, new characters, and a new map that was double the size of the previous Dying Light maps. Now, in 2022, and after several delays, Techland has returned to Dying Light and will be releasing Dying Light 2 Stay Human on the 4th of February. This sequel promises to be bigger, scarier, and more immersive than its predecessor, and from what we've seen, it might just pull it off. In order to go bigger than The Following's massive map, the team at Techland had to make a parkour playground that is orders of magnitude larger than all of the maps featured in Dying Light combined. The explorable area of the city is reportedly 4 times larger than all of the other maps put together, and with double the parkour animations at your disposal, it's going to be one hell of a time traversing this urban sprawl. This time around, facing the horrors that come out at night have been incentivized, whereas in the first game, there wasn't much reason to explore under the cover of night outside of the story missions that called for it. You now have the introduction of infected nests, which are buildings that protect these night creatures from the sun. These buildings have all sorts of valuable loot, but are highly guarded during the day, making them really risky to explore. However, visiting these nests at night, when the infected are often out hunting, will allow you to claim these treasures with minimal resistance. A new feature for Dying Light 2 is the ability to reclaim important buildings from the Horde and assign them to one of 2 opposing factions that run the city in return for some kind of perk. The Peacekeepers, a kind of militia seeking to enact order through violent means, will grant you a combat bonus in the area the captured building services. And the Survivors, the few remaining citizens just looking to eke out some kind of life after the apocalypse, will set up tools to aid you in traversing the city. The aspect of Dying Light 2 that you'll be interfacing with the most, besides the parkour, will probably be the melee combat. The heavy, chunky thuds that accompany a successful attack were one of the best parts of the original Dying Light games, and it's now only been improved this time around. A whole array of craftable and moddable weapons are at your disposal, including a few that have appeared in a preview gameplay such as machetes, pickaxes, and some kind of makeshift axe that has been imbued with electricity that arcs between multiple enemies, causing damage to an entire group with one swing. With these features, and all the time that's been afforded to the developers by the multiple delays, Dying Light 2 Stay Human has all the makings of one of the biggest releases of the year. But sharing a release month with the likes of Sifu, Horizon Forbidden West, and Elden Ring means it will have to be something very special to stay on top of the pile.